फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज,
सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म,
क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।
Super 8 stage has begun in T20 World Cup 2024 with the first match that was played between USA and South Africa. South Africa sealed a good win, but it wasn't that easy. It wasn't that one-sided because Bansal, when Gous started batting and he made those 80 runs, it felt, something is there in this match, especially that partnership with Harmeet. It felt that, things are still in contention for United States of America, but at the end of the day, South Africa sealed the win. They have continued their winning streak in this competition. It's the fifth win for South Africa in T20 World Cup, and they must be really very happy. But what do you have to say about USA's efforts? Debut tournament, but good effort so far.
Undoubtedly good efforts there. I expected this match to go quite close, considering the way both the teams had played in the group stage. Undoubtedly, South Africa had won all their 4 games, but the way they had won, it was not so convincing. And the way USA played, they defeated Pakistan, they defeated Canada, and also came close against India. So I thought that this will be a close game, and it rightly happened. So amazing batting by Gous, as you said. I think if Aaron Jones had stayed there for a bit longer, scored a few runs, the result might have been different because of the way he bats. So, but overall, good effort by USA. They would have wanted to win this game to start the Super 8s on a positive note, obviously. But the way South Africa bowled, they have been bowling very well even in the group stage as well. And today also they continued their thing with the ball. They have been quite decent, quite disciplined with the bowling. The way they defended the score against Nepal as well was quite interesting to see. So I think the South African bowling unit is coming together at the right time and in a very good manner.
Yeah, especially the way Rabada bowled, just giving 19 runs of 3 or 4 overs and taking 3 wickets. It's a big achievement, especially in the T20 World Cup. But let's talk about United States of America. They won the toss. They opted to bowl first. And before the start of the match, we were just talking that it might be difficult for USA because the conditions back in their, home soil were pretty different. Those conditions were very difficult for batters to bat. But here in the Caribbean islands, we can surely say that all the 12 matches will be close matches because the conditions are such. They are good pitches. They are pitches which help batters. Here also we saw, how batters batted, especially, you talked about Gous and then Quinton de Kock. Both batted really well, both from different teams, but great efforts by the batters. But there comes a point where it becomes very important for us to talk about USA's bowling, Bansal. They won the toss. They opted to bowl first, and again, same names. Saurabh Netravalkar and Harmeet.
Harmeet.
Both, both took 2 wickets each. But apart from that, Corey Anderson's over where he gave away 17 runs, and the other bowlers who didn't even chip in with wickets, I think that might cost USA in this tournament.
Undoubtedly, I think the lack of experience of playing the big sides might play a role here for USA. Considering the way you are talking, the way they bowled, as far as Harmeet is concerned, he has proven himself every now and then. Even today as well, if we see the first 3 overs, he didn't get too many wickets, but in the last over, he had a hat-trick chance,
Yeah.
taking 2 back-to-back wickets. So amazing stuff. And I've been talking to him. He has made some changes in his bowling action in last
Wow.
year or so. So
Okay.
he has been putting those kind of efforts to make sure that he does well for the team every time he comes out. And as far as Netravalkar is concerned, we have already seen what he can do with the ball right at the
Yeah.
top in the power play. So amazing journey of Netravalkar that has come out in last few days or so. But as you rightly mentioned, the other bowlers have to step up. They have not been as consistent as these two guys have been. Especially Netravalkar, I would say he has been superbly consistent throughout the tournament so far. But I would like to see more from someone like Ali Khan or
Maybe just
Corey
deep.
Anderson, as you just mentioned, Jasmeet Singh as well, right? But Corey Anderson, I'm quite confused. He used to do very well for New Zealand as an all-rounder, but here we have not seen it doing some wondrous thing with the bat or with the ball either.
Yeah.
So it is something that is quite confusing for me. I am not sure if there are some confusions within the team around his role, or he himself is out of form.
Hmm. Well, that's a big concern for the United States of America because Corey Anderson, he's got a lot of experience, and
Exactly.
he adds on as a bowler and as a batter. But as you rightly mentioned, he's not been so effective in both the departments. Today, he gave in 17 runs in 1 over, costliest over for USA. And then when he came to bat, he smashed a six, but then it was just run a ball 12 for him in today's match. So that's a point of concern. And again, at the risk of repeating myself, I'll go back to the point where I feel reputed names are doing well for USA, and now it's high time because they are now in the Super 8 stage and they are placed in a group where they'll be facing big teams. Today they face South Africa. Next up, it's going to be West Indies, England. So, they really need to rethink about their 11, and all the other players also need to step in because in the group stage, they did really well. Obviously, defeating Pakistan is not a small thing, it's a big, big thing. So, that happened with them. So, what's now needed for the United States of America is that apart from Saurabh Netravalkar, Nitish Kumar, Aaron Jones, Harmeet Singh, apart from four players, others should also come to the party, join them, and perform well for the team. Yeah, and it'll be helpful for the proliferation of cricket in their country only, and it'll be really helpful for them to express their skills and the talent that they have. Anyway, let's talk about South Africa also a bit. Bansal, you talked about how South Africa didn't put up convincing wins in the group stage. But with this win, the way Quinton de Kock batted, Rabada bowled, do you think that South Africa are now at a really good place to go to the semi-finals, or will it be too soon for us to talk about it?
I think it will be soon to say about the semi-finals because, as we have already mentioned repeatedly, this is a group of death, undoubtedly. And the
Yeah,
way the group is set up, that they are still to play England and West Indies. So, quite early to say, I would say, because anything can happen. But the way South Africa played today, I think they will be very happy with themselves, especially the batting unit, because everyone scored runs. Almost everyone scored runs today. De Kock, amazing innings. Markram as well, and Klassen as well amongst the runs finally. That was not happening in the group stage. Okay, the pitches in New York were not so good, but even when they played in Dallas, if I'm not wrong, they
yeah,
couldn't score too many runs. So I think this will be like a break-free moment for the batters. There's a very strong batting lineup that South Africa has, but they are not able to score those runs quite freely. So I
yeah,
think today they will be happy with their performance. I was talking with Soumya as well a couple of days back that they are not able to score those runs. They are getting out for 100 and 120 and all those scores. And it was their bowling that was saving them each and every time in the group stage. But today,
hmm,
their batters have come to the party and they have made sure that the bowlers get something to defend. Because if they had scored some 150, 160 runs today as well, I think USA would have chased it the way they were batting. So I think this will be a big relief for the South African batters that they have been able to put up this score.
yeah, absolutely. That's correct. Because South Africa batters were not in that great form before the Super 8 stage. Now, in the first match that they played in the Super 8 stage, it seems that the batters are also improving, their caliber and improving their skills to put up great performances. Because next up, they'll be playing England, and they are the defending champions. Although England had I would like to say a disappointing show in the group stage because they nearly qualified, and they were at a point where they were on the verge of disqualification also. So
Right.
they were on that verge of getting knocked out, but they have somehow managed to be in Super 8. But you can really not guarantee what England can do on any given day. So
Right.
England will be a tough opponent for South Africa next up. Also, USA, they really need to rethink of how they'll play because they will be facing West Indies, and the way West Indies are currently playing, I don't think so. West Indies gonna spare any team in this tournament. So that's all about the first match of the Super 8 stage. It was USA versus South Africa, where South Africa have managed a good win of 18 runs over the United States of America. Next up in the Super 8 stage, you will watch India-Afghanistan match as well. It's gonna be a great, great match because everyone's talking about how the conditions will help. The spinners, and Afghanistan have got really good spinners. India have also carried 4 spinners with them. So it's going to be a great contest. But before that, do get ready for England versus West Indies clash. And all the details you'll get only on Cricket Next. So that's that from us. But for all the live scores, live updates, you stay tuned to Cricket Next and stay tuned to our channel.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज,
सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म,
क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।